This is Dolynny TV, and guys, a little bit later than normal. Of course, I have a full review of what I've been watching on Netflix, hopefully coming soon. I need at least 20 likes on this video if you guys want to see me do a review of a television show I watched on Netflix. I don't know, I feel pretty passionately about it. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Anyways, today, starting off the Edmonton Oilers franchise mode in NHL 18 with a trade. Oh heck yes, that's my favorite way to start episodes, you guys know that. We are shipping away Pat Maroon. Now, it was a tough decision. Do I go between Pat Maroon or else Ryan Strome? And I chose Pat Maroon because you'll see in a minute why he's struggling so bad. I'm gonna go move 2 third-round draft picks, one from this year and one from the next year. Okay, fair enough. And we are going to go all the way over, if I make sure I did my math right, the Florida Panthers. And this trade, it's an odd one a little bit if you consider what I'm doing here, but going for a centerman. Now, Nick Bjugstad, the reason I'm going for him, he's a second line forward role. So obviously, morale's maybe not where it needs to be. 5 goals, 17 assists on the year. His shooting percentage is low. So if I throw him with McDavid, you never know what's going to happen. So let's throw Bjugstad in there. Look at that. Trade's going to easily go through. We're overkilling it. You have to overkill it. 5 goals, 8 assists for Maroon, 6.4. So he's come around, but he's still a minus player. And he really hasn't performed the way I've wanted him to. Now you see the salary on Bjugstad is only 4.1 mil, whereas Pat Maroon's getting 1.5. Well, that's going to take a little bit of a hit, but then we can reshuffle things a little bit. And we got a lot of cap space left, and it's only going to go up next season. There you go, trade accepted. That was too simple. Go to roster moves, have invalid lines or rosters. That's okay, we can fix that. Go to edit lines. Edit lines, and Bjugstad will fit in right there. Shotgun on that third line, but what I'm actually going to do is move him up a bit to that second line, or else even up with McDavid. I'm not even sure. Let's substitute in all lines here. There's Bjugstad, and actually we can move him up with Nugent Hopkins, Puljujärvi, and yeah, himself. 76 face-offs, so that's where we need to think about Bjugstad a little bit. 76 face-off against 74 of Nuge. Move them around, give Bjugstad the time at center, I think. That's what I'm thinking here. Jujhar Khaira in there. Jujhar Khaira's had 3 goals, 6 assists. So I'm actually going to give Anton Shlepyshev some time in the lineup. Let's see what he can produce. No goals, no points this season, hasn't played yet. We're going to change things up quite a bit. And we're going to see what Drake Kajula, who's having an absolute fantastic season, can do. And Mike Camilleri, who's had 7 goals, 13 assists, see what else he can do. Now, what we have to do as well, I'm saying a lot of to-dos because we have a lot to do. We need to get on our second power play unit. We need to get Bjugstad out there and hopefully get him excited to play in the lineup. That's what I'm hoping for. Nugent Hopkins, Lucic up there on that first line, but Bjugstad, Strome, and Puljujärvi on the second. One can hope for sure, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out Adam Larsson on the power play and put in Sekera. Sekera, he's been okay, 2 goals, 7 assists, maybe a little bit of power play time. May spark him and get him going. So there you go, trade accepted. We've made a huge move. The Oilers have traded a huge piece over the past few years to the Florida Panthers in exchange for Nick Bjugstad. Oh yeah. And it's not like we're that bad off either. Like seriously, we are 3 points out of second place, 6 points out of first. We go on a 4-game winning streak here. Yeah, we got it in the can. So we're going to go 5 games here, go against the Tampa Bay Lightning and see what we can produce. Against Vancouver, 6-1 loss. Okay, that's sobering. 6-2 win against Buffalo, that figures. Then a 3-2 loss to Calgary, so we lose a close one. Eric Gryba for a 4th. I understand the concept of this trade. That's a quick decline trade though. A 4th for a 4th, really? Done with scouting assignment. Okay, here we go. Let's go find ourselves a Svechnikov over in Russia, if you get where I'm going with that. And Colorado coming up hot, and we need a big victory here. Bounce back victory, 2-0 shutout. Man, our offense has been really lagging, man. And Kasperi Kapanen from Michael Camilleri and the Oilers' 4th round pick, we get 2 draft picks in exchange. Okay, Kasperi Kapanen is only at a 76, and you can't see his morale. Okay. Sniper, good shot, 21 years old. Yeah, no, we're gonna exit out on that one. Only a low top 6 potential. If I didn't have to give up that draft pick, I probably, actually the way this team's looking, that was probably a really good trade to make, wasn't it? So we go 3-4 losses in 5 games. Oof, that drops our chances, doesn't it? Sorry guys, I'm itchy from insulation from work. Connor McDavid continues to produce 54 points in 51 games, and we sit, okay, somehow we still sit 5th, but now we've lost a lot of ground against Vancouver and Anaheim, and we need to shake up the lines because obviously whatever we have is not working at all. Bukestad, he had a lot of points. He had what, 7 points in that stretch? Trying to see what Nuge did. Nuge up to 24 points, so Nuge didn't have any points. So we're actually going to move Lucic down to the 2nd line and give Bukestad that time. You know what? He's earned it. Look at that. Ryan Strom's up to an 81 overall. This is good news. 14 goals, 21 assists. That boy's huge. And how did Mike Camilleri do? 8 goals, 13 assists. Kajula's still clipping along, 10-15. Okay. Cautious optimism. I think that's what it says here in team chemistry. Caution. Yeah, we need caution. We've had a rocky go. We're in 5th, but a lot better than the Oilers in real life, but still need to pick up our socks if we want to finish atop the division. There's a 3-2 win. Pacific Division rivals, and against Dallas, well, a 2nd rounder for Mike Camilleri and a 5th rounder. If I had somebody to replace Camilleri, like if Yamamoto was in the AHL, yes, but we unfortunately do not have Yamo in the AHL. And right there, 2 straight losses. And we won against Florida. Okay, that's the good thing. We won against Florida, so we at least take 1 match that we needed to. We are 2-2 on this sim against, oh man, everybody wants Camilleri. Get out of here. I like that we have Mike Camilleri. He's doing good things. Vegas, lose 1-0, and then we win 5-3 against Arizona. So we go on a 3-game winning streak. Okay. Cautious optimism, right? That's what we're looking at. And let's see what we've got. 57 points in 57 games for Connor McDavid. We're 1 point back of the Vegas Golden Knights, and 3 points clear of not being in the playoff spot. I don't like that. That is ugly math right there. So you got Lucic with 42 points, Strome with 42, Draisaitl with 41, Kajula with 28, so Kajula just continues to chip in. And then Klefbom with 28, Camilleri with 27, and Nick Bukestad up to 27 as well. He's a -8, but he's putting up points on that top line. 26 for Nuge, so he's fallen off. 21 for Letestu, 20 for Puljujärvi, so Puljujärvi's not quite having the season I hoped he would. And you see Anton Shlepyshev still without a point in 11 games played in a -1. So we got to get Jujhar Khaira back in the lineup. That's the only real change I can think about. Actually, I'm going to switch around Nuge onto that top line again, because I like Nuge on the top line with Connor McDavid and Draisaitl, I guess. That seems to be a pretty effective top line, and that will leave Bukestad right there, and Shlepyshev has to come out for the centerman Jujhar Khaira. Okay. I'm leaving it. We're going to go one more simulation, and you guys are going to have to tell me if I'm crazy because it's not working. Remember, the definition of insanity is doing something over and over and over again, expecting different results. Kind of what the Oilers are doing in real life right now, but we need to avoid doing that in this franchise mode. Drake Kajula has been injured for a couple of days, so we need to get somebody in there. Obviously, it's going to be Shlepyshev. That's pretty dang obvious, I'd say. So you see, we got a lot of centermen in the lineup, and substituting all lines, Shlepyshev. Okay, let's hope for the best. There's a 2-1 loss already. Okay, that's disappointing. And then against Boston, a 5-0 win. This team just confusing the crap out of me. And then a 4-0 loss to Colorado. What? And then Kajula is back available to play. Thank goodness, because I don't think Shlepyshev did a single thing. 2 goals. Okay. Okay. We'll put Kajula back in. Yes, we'll put him back in. Because obviously he's better than 2 goals, but you know where I'm going with that. 5-2 win right there, and trade deadline is almost here. Ooh, baby. We might need to make some moves. And the scout is done his assignment, so we'll go to the SHL because we want to scout defenseman Rasmus. And that's all I'm going there. 4-2 loss, and we are at the trade deadline. So we have made it where I wanted to make it for this episode. We made our trade. Do we need to make another one? That's all I gotta ask. We sit in 4th, so we're tied with the Vegas Golden Knights. They just have more wins. Somehow we didn't lose a bunch of shootout games. Thank goodness we actually won games in regulation. But that'll catch up with us because we should have won 7 of those and had 35 wins at this point and 7 more points. But Connor McDavid 64 points, Lucic, Draisaitl 45, Ryan Strome 44, Nugent Hopkins up to 31. That's what we're talking about, top line time. Clefbaum 30, Camilleri 29, and Nick Bukestad just chipping along 29. Kajula 28, and then you got Puljujärvi 23, Letestu 21. And everybody finally has points, and I am happy with that. Last thing we need to check is the goalies. Cam Talbot, 12. Oh my God, what is going on here? Laurent Brossoit, 12 wins. That's a tough one, but you see this goaltending has just been remarkable. Laurent Brossoit still 75, but 920 and 242, 251. Hey, what do you say? Anyways, guys, this has been Dolynny TV. Remember to leave a like if you want to hear a review of a television show I watched on Netflix recently. As always, guys, I will catch you in the next one.